Hi, Mark Cram for spicingupyourlife.com. Well, it's April 28th, time to take a look at our garden again. Things have come along quite well in the last week or so, so let's go ahead and get in the garden. Well, you can see our cilantro. It has grown quite well and is quite profuse. We picked a bunch today and we'll continue to harvest it and hopefully keep ahead and maybe even have some by the time our tomatoes come in so we can make some fresh salsa with it. That would be wonderful. All right, into the garden. And what we have here, of course, are our peppers. They are doing quite well. We did manage to get some mulch into the garden this last week. We had our mulch hauled in, and actually wasn't enough to get our hill done and the rest of our garden, but brought some in to cover at least the plants here. Our dill also coming quite well, our volunteer dill. So we have our sweet peppers. We have our Anaheim peppers. And we have our kung paos. Now, the biggest change this week in our garden is that the spinach is gone. So our spinach I pulled up this morning, and we've put in their place a row of okra. So we have another row on the far side of the garden, but I thought that would be the best use of this space as these tomatoes and peppers begin to get large. Speaking of tomatoes, these are our celebrity tomatoes. Today was the first day we actually tied up the peppers to our stakes, and so we'll keep doing that as they continue to grow. We have our celebrities and then our applause tomatoes, so we're looking forward to this. In addition, this week was our 3 heirloom tomatoes that my brother Ramon sent me. And again, these are supposed to grow very tall, and so we'll definitely put some larger stakes on those just to make sure that we can keep them tied up as time goes on. Potato is progressing quite nicely, and now our beans are up. So we're very happy. Our last try at planting our beans, we have 2 rows here of green beans, and we should be seeing some progress in that very, very shortly. Our peas, again, we've got them trailing quite well now onto our deer cloth, and again, that should make this harvest of these peas much, much easier as time goes on. We did a lot of weeding and tilling today in the garden, and so we have, you can see our onions back here and our lettuce, which we have been eating right along here, and then there's our second row of okra, which is already up, and we should, again, be watching that as time goes on. Our Italian basil is, again, coming along quite nicely. We should see some of that very, very soon. And then our Thai basil here, which we'll continue to harvest and hopefully keep producing as the summer goes on here. So we get to the back of the garden. Of course, we have our rose bushes, and we should be getting some blooms on the 2 yellow ones very, very soon. On the back side here we have our squash, yellow squash, zucchini squash, and 2 types of cucumbers. So again, this is going to be a great garden. We're looking forward to it and what it's going to produce as time goes on. All right, as we move to the flower side of the garden, where we can see that our oregano is doing, again, quite well. The flowers that we've planted in the back, again, really don't know what all we're going to have here, but it's certainly going to be profuse at any rate. Our wild hibiscus is up very, very nicely, as is the Hawaiian hibiscus in the back. Lemon tree, this thing has gone crazy. I mean, this thing has hundreds of blossoms on it, and it smells wonderful. And so we're hoping that at least a majority of them will set, and we'll really have a nice crop of lemons when the fall comes. Our gardenia is getting some blossoms on it, and so we're looking forward to that day. You can see the hollyhock has taken off really well and is coming along very, very nicely. The rest of our garden, the back of our garden, is just gorgeous this spring. It was transplanted last year and has really filled in nicely and makes it a very, very nice perennial garden. Our flower bed in front doesn't look great right now. Again, hopefully as these flowers begin to bloom and we get some new mulch on the garden, we will see some color here, which will be very, very nice. Right now we have this little ground cover, which is blooming just quite profusely right now. Makes it a very nice little touch to the garden. And again, if we can get that to spread, that would be even better. Our ivy, really very healthy right now. It looks very good, and it should continue to spread throughout the summer. And again, looking forward to what comes of that as summer goes on. So you can see our garden is doing quite well. We've managed to keep the deer out the last few weeks. So hopefully some of our deterrents are working. The only way we'll know for sure is if we can really keep them out. Well, I hope you enjoyed the garden tour this week. We'll keep up with you as the garden progresses, and you can see some of the things that we're doing with the produce as well. But until next time, this is Mark Cram for SpicingUpYourLife.com. Hope you have a great week.